Hey everybody, I hope you guys are having a great weekend thus far. I know I am. I just relieved some stress. I just got back from axe throwing. Now, I didn't even know what axe throwing was. Apparently, it is a thing, and you get to just go and literally throw axes. It was kind of cool. I went with a group of friends, and yeah, I think I'm going to try that again. Great stress reliever, seriously. I want to thank you. Before I get into this video, I want to thank you guys for helping me reach 15,000 subscribers. I can't believe it. That's crazy to me. But, thank you for tuning in. When I started this channel a year ago, I wasn't really thinking about it like that. But I'm so glad that you guys continue to tune in. And even if we disagree, even if we have a difference of opinion, I love that we can, disagree respectfully. Thank y'all guys. Continue to subscribe, like, comment. I love all that stuff, okay? So we're going to get into this compilation video, and we are going to start with Keisha's demise on Power. Rest in peace, Keisha. It is about time. Now, the two people that I haven't been able to stand the most on Power in this last couple of seasons or whatever has been Keisha and Tyreek. I couldn't stand them both, and I wouldn't have been any more displeased if it was Tyreek that had went down on this last episode last Sunday. But it was Keisha. Now, ironically enough, as bad as her acting has been, and I have made a video about how Lala's acting has been just really, really bad, surprisingly enough, this last episode wasn't bad at all. I wish that she had done some of that prior. The whole episode actually, I think, was actually better than the episodes prior to that. Okay, the episodes prior to that were so ridiculous to me, in my opinion, but this one wasn't actually half bad, so I actually liked it. But I always knew early on that Keisha was going to fold. See, let this be a lesson to you. You might envy your little friends' lives and think that they have this and that, and you want all of that until you realize what it takes to keep it. And she just wasn't cut out for what Tasha was doing. She just wasn't cut from the same cloth as Tasha. As you can see, they had Tasha kill Keisha. I figured they wouldn't have Tommy kill it because it would just be too obvious, him killing another girlfriend. So the fact that they had Tasha do it, I think that was kind of how it was meant to be. And if y'all didn't notice, Tasha lost her earring at Keisha's house. So I think something's going to come from that. I don't know, but I think something's going to definitely come from that. And we're just going to have to stay tuned. They have 2 more episodes left. Okay. Rest in peace, girl. Bye. Next up is Pastor Never Shoulda Ate It Wilson. All right. I don't know if you heard about the good pastor and what he has been doing. All right. But as the good book says in Proverbs 15:4, a soothing tongue is the tree of life. Apparently, he took that very, very seriously because Pastor Wilson's viral video was all over Facebook. Now, I had been off of social media for a couple of days, like middle of the week. I had been really, really busy with work and everything. And when I got back on, I kept seeing all these memes about this man right here, Pastor Wilson. And then one of my friends on Facebook sent me the video, like, listen, you got to watch this. And when I watched it, she also sent me a barbershop video, which I can't explain that one. But what I did know what Pastor Wilson was doing. I did understand what he was doing. Okay, he was working that tongue. I wouldn't be surprised if the pews are filled in his church today and there is standing room only at the church today. I just wouldn't be surprised, okay? He was working the hell out of that tongue. And first of all, he is old as hell. And I wonder why she was recording it. I heard some little rumblings that this was, she was trying to get back. She was trying to basically blackmail him. I don't know. But what I do know is that they found the first lady on Facebook and was sending her, people was being really messy, sending her messages. Like, I don't know if you noticed, I don't really want to be messy, but your husband is out here doing things that are not of the kingdom. And they also found his son and was leaving his son all kinds of messages. His son finally deactivated his page and everything. But they also found the girl, the woman that was not his wife, that he was licking on. Her name has the nerve to be Cyntoia Edwards. And believe it or not, according to the streets, she is the first lady's best friend's daughter, if you can understand all that. Yes, he was licking on the first lady's best friend's daughter. Okay? So, yeah, the pastor got a lot to explaining to do. And I bet when he got up there today, and he started preaching, trust me, I bet this is what people was looking like when he started. Here go Pastor Wilson at church today. Here's a big congratulations to Miss Nicki. Nicki's Fendi line sold out in a matter of hours. Something that I can't afford, nor would I probably wear, but congratulations to Nicki Minaj. Homegirl is winning. I bet a lot of hoes is on their back right now telling Nate they are in a bind to try to get that Nicki stuff, to get that Fendi. And that's a Fendi fact. Next up on the agenda with the whole Gina Rodriguez bull, we had old Miss Amarla Negro coming out to cape for Gina Rodriguez and saying that she understands what she said and she didn't mean any harm. I'm just going to stop talking and let you guys listen to Amarla Negro, talk.
I think it's all about the way that you use the words and why you use them. If you're singing a song that your favorite artist sings and it just so happens to be that they say it, what can you expect? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't want to hear it, don't have your favorite artist sing it. But they continue to do it. I personally didn't see it the way that many have seen it. I understand as an Afro-Latina, I guess I can't say it because my skin is darker. So I guess it's not a problem if I say it. But for the most part, I would say that if people are sensitive about the word, then it shouldn't be put in so many songs.
All right, Miss Amarla Negra. Here's my issue with you. It's easy for you to sit here and say that now, but I just recall when you was on the Love and Hip Hop Miami reunion, you didn't want Veronica Vega saying it. When people were asking her, why are you saying that? People was, she got a lot of backlash. She was like, well, I'm black, but I just say it. Well, you didn't want her saying it, but it's okay if Gina Rodriguez says it. I mean, come on now. I've said it over and over. Gina Rodriguez has a history of saying some really stupid things when it comes to black folks. So I wish we could just stop this conversation, but it'll never go away as long as black folks are constantly giving out passes to some people and not others. All right. I hope that this conversation goes away soon because it really is really, really stupid, y'all. And, I don't know, Marla Negra, I think you should just sit this one out, girl. But we're going to move on. We're going to move on to Basketball Wives. My favorite scene from Basketball Wives. Okay. Pop that cat, girl. Pop it. It was a lot of pussy popping and backpedaling on the reunion a few days ago. They continued to talk about the whole thing with OG and again having her separated like she just the dark Negro sitting in the other kitchen while the light skinned in-house ends and other folks like that are sitting at the main table. It was just kind of ridiculous. And again, OG continued to put her foot on their necks. Me, frankly, I can do without the show. Mark Lamont Hill is just not good to me as a moderator. And he sat there and had the nerve to have, what's her name, Shawnee, talk about colorism without the person who colorism was affecting on the show. Like, how are you going to have a conversation about colorism and aggressiveness and you didn't have the person who was so, affected by colorism? That was so stupid. And then they had that little whole, to talk about colorism, visit www, whatever. Anyway, and I'm also, again, tired of the whole OG is aggressive, OG is aggressive, OG is aggressive. It's just such a stupid thing. So I decided to scour Twitter and somebody put together a little favorite hits.
Lucky! Oh, you lucky! You lucky! Like I said before, I don't remember. Wait,
don't do anything. Don't let her. Oh my God, watch out.
No. And Evelyn slid that clutch right through that face and bam! Hit her on the head with her purse.
That's legal.
You ain't about this life.
You're talking about my kids. And you don't talk about in my life, you stupid bitch. I will your ass up. I will your ass up. Get the off me. I will.
Bye, Evelyn. Next up, we have The Game. Now, the thing with The Game is for the last few days is he's been catching a lot of heat because he decided to sell merch with the word prolific on it. Now, ever since Nipsey Hussle passed away, and as you can see, he has prolific tattooed on his face there. Ever since Nipsey Hussle has passed away, a lot of people have been, I guess, called themselves honoring his memory and all this other stuff. That's just an apology or some kind of explanation from The Game that's shown. I can't read that. That's too small. Anyway, a lot of people were upset with The Game because they're like, how you out here selling prolific merch when you know that was something with Nip? And I'm going to give an unpopular opinion here. Now, I don't like The Game. I'm just going to preface it with this. I don't like The Game. I have never really liked The Game. I kind of was digging him when he was with, I guess his baby's mother, the teacher girl. But he dogged her so bad. Then he had that stupid ass show, reality show with the girls. I hated him in Belly. So all in all, I just don't like The Game. I've never really liked him. But, I'm going to say this. I think it's kind of wrong to single him out when it comes to people monetizing and profiting off of the death of Nipsey Hussle, because a whole bunch of people out here doing it. Now, I don't know if it's true that he and Black Sam had a conversation like he stated they did. I don't know. But prolific was not necessarily the thing that you think of when you think of Nipsey Hussle. You thought of the marathon. The marathon continues. You think of the little racing black and white checkered flag. That's what you think of. And prolific, as I looked it up, prolific was attempted to be trademarked by Black Sam in July of 2019, months after Nip died. Prolific is also trademarked by over 150 other people. So it does not belong to Nipsey's family or Black Sam. It belongs to a whole lot of people. All right. Faith Evans has a record label that's been called Prolific Records for years. Other people are benefiting and profiting off of Nipsey's likeness. The fact that this man became more famous in death than he did in life, people are monetizing it. Look, it got goddamn air fresheners with Nipsey on it that was promoted by people that know Nipsey Hussle. So again, you can't have one way for one person and say, well, he can't do it, but other people are doing it. Me personally, I think when Nip died and the Marathon Company blew up, I'm glad that his family, his brother was able to continue that, because that's what I'm sure that's what he would have wanted. Just keep going, keep making that money, keep doing that, because again, it was selling out. They would be crazy not to take advantage of that. The same way Puffy did when Biggie died. The same way Suge did when Tupac died. They do it all the time. So I just don't feel like, don't single this one guy out for doing what everybody else is doing. Now, do I think Game is genuine? I don't know. I mean, he was the one that said he was going to post Nipsey every day after his death, and he hasn't done that. But a lot of people said that shit, and they haven't done it. So a lot of people out here fronting and everything, but you cannot take away from the fact that the Game did help give Nip his start. So he said he's going to, do it in memory of Nip. Prolific does not necessarily, I don't think of Prolific. When I think of Nipsey Hussle, I don't think of Prolific. I think about the Marathon Continues. And that's just me. That's just how I feel. That's how I look at it. Like I said, I just don't get it. I don't understand why he is getting singled out for doing what a lot of people are truly doing, and that is profiting off of Nipsey. Prolific, all the clothing that he has does not have his likeness on it. It does not have his face on it. It does not have the checkerboard flag on it. It doesn't have any of that on it. Okay? So a lot of Nipsey's people have been calling Game out. Maybe there's some stuff behind the scenes that we don't know, but on the surface, I just don't see the problem. And that's just me. That's my unpopular opinion, but I don't see the problem because prolific, the word prolific, has been trademarked well over 150 times in different uses. Next up, and last but not least, I'm going to give a very unpopular opinion on this case right here. Now, I have done videos on this lady right here. This is Cyntoia Brown. She goes as Cyntoia Brown Long. If you don't want to hear it, you might want to turn it off now, because I'm not going to say everything that everybody else has been saying about her. I'm going to start with the positive things first before I go in. She was recently on The Breakfast Club with her husband. It seems to me that she just seems like she's doing really well. She has a husband. She got married before she got out of prison. She seems to have really redeemed herself. I do believe she is a changed person. She seems like a genuinely nice person. And right now she is making her media rounds because her book, she has a book out. But that's kind of where it ends for me. Now, what annoyed me more than anything is the fact that this story is very surface level for a lot of people. What that means is these blogs have been posting little clips from her interview with Lester Holt. They've been posting little snippets from The Breakfast Club. And they're like, oh, this is so great. They posted the part about when the interviewer is asking her, would she like to say anything to the family, the family of the man she killed. And, and I see a lot of people in the comments. She shouldn't be apologizing to them. She's a victim. He should be apologizing to her. They should be apologizing. These are people who clearly don't know this case. They are going by what they see and not what they read. Because if they had read even a snippet of this case, they would have a different feeling. And that is me not trying to drag this woman down. This woman went into jail when she was a minor, and she's done 15 years. Again, she's out. She's starting her new life. More power to her. But she's also on a media run, as I said, because she got a nice chunk of change when she got out. Simply because, if you recall, Rihanna took interest in her case. She saw her. She took interest in this case, and she blew it up. And next thing you know, everybody's talking about Cyntoia Brown. I bet you any kind of money Rihanna did not read this case. She didn't. I can pretty much guarantee you Rihanna did not read the details of this case, because had she read it, she probably would have left this alone. She just probably would have. See, you can't piss on me and tell me it's raining. See, I'm one of those people that like to read. And I read the detective's report. I read the 44-page court documents of what happened that night. I didn't read something from a blog and just took my information from there. See, I'm not surface level when it comes to things like that. Because I was one of those people who's like, oh, poor girl. Until I read it and thought, oh, no. Oh, no. She lucky somebody took an interest in her case, and it turned into this media hype, and it helped get her clemency, guys. Clemency, not parole. She got clemency. That's one hell of a blessed girl right there. Young woman. Because what she did should have probably kept her in jail. And I'm not going to turn this into, because of the way she looks, this and this and this. I don't want to go there. Because I know a lot of people think it, but it's hard. In some cases, it's hard not to think it like that, because all I see under the comments, under the Breakfast Club interview, oh, she's so pretty. She looked like Angela Rye, But this woman right here, this is Felicia Blakely that I want to introduce you to if you haven't heard her story. Felicia Blakely, you might have saw the TV One movie with Lil Mama that played her. Felicia Blakely was in a very similar situation where she was a prostitute, pimped out by her boyfriend, much like Cyntoia Brown, both by older men. She also killed someone. She has 3 consecutive life sentences, and nobody seems to have any sympathy for her. Not that they should, though, because she did kill people. Okay? She also is living with HIV now because her pimp boyfriend gave it to her. She was with an older man, just like Cyntoia was an older man. But I don't see anybody rallying for her. And again, I'm not saying that Cyntoia shouldn't have done it. Listen, Cyntoia was charged as an adult when she was a minor. So for that, I say, you know what? They should have re-looked at this. But the facts don't change that this girl, this young girl, let me give you the facts. This young girl pretended that she was 19 years old. She was picked up by Johnny Allen. He saw her on the street. And you don't have to take my word for it. I'm going to post the links below so you can read it for yourself. Out of her mouth, not me, she said, this man picked her up. She said she was 19. He asked, was she hungry? Did she have somewhere to go? She didn't. He picked her up. He brought her back to the house. They ate their Sonic food. When he went to sleep, she blew his brains out. She later said that she told the investigators that he threatened her. He was trying to shoot her. When the investigators looked into it, the autopsy showed that the man's fingers were interlocked under the pillow. He was literally asleep when she blew his brains out. She went and stole his pants. She stole his car, his truck. She stole his money, went and tried to get somebody to help her go back to the house to rob this man some more. Okay, she said she hit a fat lick. So it was a robbery. And when she got on Breakfast Club the other day, she said, I see what the media is trying to do, by the way. Because she's doing her media rounds, her PR, the people that are handling her, are trying to soften up her story. So she's going back on what actually happened. She's going back and she's like, oh, I felt threatened, so I shot him. She's not telling the whole truth. Because again, she said that the man did nothing. The man didn't even sleep with her. The man did not have sex with her. That man did nothing to her, and she shot his brains out. Now, a lot of people want to say, well, he was a pervert. He shouldn't have picked up a little girl. Well, she said she was 19. Do you know any men out here, Johns, that go out here and check IDs when they're picking up a prostitute? I don't. Now, originally when I heard this story, I thought she had killed Cutthroat, which was her boyfriend, that she went back to after she shot his brains out. She didn't shoot Cutthroat, because had she shot him, I would have been like, you know what? I understand, because this man was putting her out on the street. He was abusing her. She was afraid of him. But she shot a man who was not a threat to her. She literally shot him for robbery and then told other people that she shot him just to see how it would feel to kill somebody. She giggled and laughed about killing the man. She threatened a nurse in the jail that said, I'll do to you what I did to him. Otherwise, I'll shoot you 3 times, though. So this girl is not the little media darling that you guys are making her out to be, some of y'all. I believe she's redeemed herself. I do believe in redemption. I am a firm believer in that. And I do believe that she is genuinely sorry for what she did. I believe that. And she has turned her life around. She is the prime example of what you would like to see after being rehabilitated. And the truth to be told, jail was probably the best thing for this young girl, because she was out here living wild. She had left her foster family, who loved her very much, ran away. She was a runaway. She was just a fast-tailed little runaway. All right. Had a hard life at the beginning, but found a foster family that took her in and loved her. And the kind of stuff that she did to them, and then to run off with this 24-year-old boyfriend. And I'm just saying, I want these celebrities to keep the same energy for a lot of girls out there, because there's a lot of Cyntoias. There's a lot of 16-year-old girls who got caught up with an older man and did some things that I'm sure they regret. Keep the same energy for those girls too. Don't stop at her. Go further and find those other girls out here with similar stories, just like Felicia Blakely. There are a lot of Felicia Blakely's out there. There are a lot of Cyntoia Browns out there. But Cyntoia Brown came out of jail with millions of dollars, and a lot of people just feel a type of way about that. And I do. I'm sorry. But she killed somebody in cold blood. Like I said, don't take the blog's word for what she did, and don't sit here and be like, well, you know, she didn't even deserve to be there. I saw people saying she didn't even deserve to be in jail. Why not? She killed a sleeping man who did not harm her, who was not threatening her. She robbed him. She drove around, took his debit card, bought some shit, came and tried to convince somebody to come back and rob the man, a dead man. So please miss me. All I am saying to you guys is, you can continue to feel good about her, because again, she does have a happy ending. And she deserves a second chance. I'm not saying that. But please stop with the innocent bull, because she is not an innocent person. Had this been Cutthroat, her pimp, I might have felt differently. But when I found out and I read the 44-page court documents, as well as the detective, a black detective, who got the information from her, and the girls that were in jail with her, they was like, this girl is twisted. This girl is twisted. She is a master manipulator at the time. Like I said, I think she's changed. I think she's turned her life around. But please miss me with the bullshit where, you know, you just reading the blog and everybody's saying the same shit. They just parroting each other and ain't read shit about this case. Read for yourself. You know, if you don't take my word for it, just read for yourself. And that's all I'm asking. That's read for yourself. You don't have to agree with me. You can completely disagree with me, but at least read it for yourself and then make that call and make that decision. So anyway, I'm done ranting. Like I said, I wanted to put this whole video together so that I could put a whole lot of things together instead of making separate videos and, you know, and I want to, you know, rest my shoulder because of those axe throwing. But anyway, I guess I will see you guys on the next video. I want you to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and tell me what you guys think of any of these stories, whatever you heard. And you guys enjoy